This week on Advice Unfiltered, hot peppers can ruin your sex life if you don't wash your hands. Don't have sex with people your kid's age. And there is no such thing as a good pic of your junk. No such thing. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Advice Unfiltered with Tony Rodriguez and Christopher David.
Sounds so good in my ear. So welcome back. It's episode 4. So as always, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining us live. We see you guys on, if you're on my TikTok, this is the behind the scenes version. Don't mind the green screen. Chris has some amazing ways to change that shit. I have no idea. Yeah. And we're also
live. Tony.
What's going on, crew? How we doing, everybody? You know, Chris.
Yeah, hi, Tony.
Chris is not talking to himself today.
Nope. not like normal. Usually I usually do.
Nobody.
Hey, listen, the best conversations I have are with myself, man. I got all the answers, and I'm always right.
Masturbation is sex with the one you love. So it's one of the greatest. It's one of the greatest quotes. MTV back in the day had this guy, Frankie the cab driver, and they would follow him around for random advice. Yeah. And someone asked him about being alone one time, and he's like, "I'm my favorite person. He's like, I give the best advice. I have the best conversations." He said, he said, masturbation is sex with the one you love. I never, years later, forgot that.
That's pretty funny.
But thank you for joining us. So we're live on Instagram. If you want to see the feed, we're live on Chris David, so you can actually ask questions there.
Feel free to ask any questions you want. We're here to answer because we're Advice Unfiltered.
Advice Unfiltered. And shout out, it was really great. I was actually going to send out a message today. Thank you so much as you guys have joined the community, and the community's gotten bigger, which is awesome. What I've noticed is the questions are getting more heartfelt. They're getting more detail. People are really reaching out to us for a little bit of a different viewpoint than probably maybe themselves or their friends have.
So are you saying they trust our opinion and our advice?
I think they do.
That's pretty amazing.
I think it's showing that they do.
We fooled you all. No, just kidding.
We're really AI. We talk about all the time.
No, dude, don't even get started on AI.
Yes, well, that's what we should get started. So first of all, how's your week this week? I've seen, and I know how your week was, but how was your week this week?
My week was amazing. I had somebody copy my whole look and make an AI of me and tell people that I'm the fake one, which is great. It's pretty funny. I
work in AI. I mean, for you guys who don't know, I'm in marketing. I've been marketing forever. I actually just completed some college courses, certifications in AI, so I'm relatively really good at it. And Chris is on constant assault from Kenya and from
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
All the scammers out there in Nigeria.
Nigeria. By the way, if you're from Nigeria and you're whatever you're doing and copying, thank you for the free publicity.
Yeah, no, honestly, you've been stealing the videos of our podcast, and so I'm pretty sure that we're going to be big in Nigeria and all those other places pretty soon.
Wouldn't it be funny if they start sending us money, which would be great?
That'd be great. Send us money.
So, anyways, don't send anyone money. There's no publicist. We don't have anybody who manages our lives. But the point is Chris sent me an AI video of himself, which is crazy.
Crazy.
Talking about it's his backup account and he loves everybody.
Yeah.
But if you watch it, the problem is if I watch or you watch it, it's clearly no.
Clearly, yeah. It looks like I had a stroke in the video. It's what it looks like. I don't know what's going on. My voice is it's like, hi, everybody. Thank you for, it's so bad. It's so bad. But anyway.
It's at the same time, it's amazing. It really.
Yeah, it's a compliment, right?
It's a compliment that people in other countries are like, hey, this is the guy we're gonna
imitate this dude.
We're gonna imitate this guy.
God, you think they would have higher expectations, you know what I mean? Like a movie star or something, but no, they wanna
copy
some farm boy from Ole, Pennsylvania.
I laugh because I still get I got a recommendation from Instagram the other day to follow your fake account.
Really?
It was
amazing.
And the funny thing is I'm looking at it has 72 followers and following 0 people. And I was like, you should instantly know that's not the right person.
I have 72 followers and all my stuff. Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah.
But But for anybody out there, just know there are lots of fake accounts out there, but there's only one Christopher David.
Yeah, there's only one.
He's not asking you to be a part of his life. He's not taking you on golf trips. He's
not calling you my fan, man. We're all friends here. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not calling anybody my fan. Like, you guys are all my friends. We're all good. We're all sitting at the same table. You know what I mean?
So that was that. I don't want to say it's funny, but it was kind of amazing, to be honest with you. But yeah,
it is pretty funny.
It did look like you were having
It's frustrating at some point, man. People were telling me, listen, people on Telegram were talking to people, and like, I don't have Telegram. Like, I don't have Telegram. I don't have WhatsApp. You know, I'm not reaching out to you saying, hey, thanks for being a fan. We should contact me on my private account. There is no private account. You guys are on my account. Like, this is it.
This is it.
This is it, man.
If we're not,
you know what I mean,
Chris has got a huge following, which is amazing. But there's nowhere near the celebrity status where we'd have to have publicists and
yes,
fans.
I'm from PA.
Yeah, people looking for PA.
I am from Pennsylvania. Yes.
So all right. So this week it looks like coming up. Thank God, no Valentine's Day questions.
We're
past
that fucking holiday. No offense.
But
everybody loves Valentine's Day. It's great. I fucking hate that holiday.
But we're 2 weeks away from about 2 weeks away from my favorite holiday of the entire year.
St. Patty's Day.
Daylight savings, baby.
Oh.
Daylight savings.
I thought it was St. Patty's Day. No,
That's another good one.
Dude, daylight savings is stupid. It's so stupid.
They should get rid of it.
Just get rid of it. It's so dumb.
But
even the reason behind it when they had it doesn't even apply now. So
I Google it all the time, and I can't. It's farmers. It's saving money. It's a war thing. Look, just get rid of it already. Put the law through. But when that extra hour of sunlight comes through, it melts my heart a little bit.
I can't wait for the sun to be up till 8 o'clock at night.
Yes, the best.
I want that so bad, like so bad. Like I hate winter. I hate the cold.
Would you ever move out of Jersey?
Oh yeah, no. Listen, I wouldn't be up here if it wasn't for my kid. Like, I wouldn't be anywhere in the northeast if it wasn't for my kid. I'd be either out Midwest or down south or nowhere near here.
Yeah, it's tough. I swear. I mean, I love where I live. I think the area. I actually, for the first time though, they just said they're building a new. They're building something about a train station. They're putting new apartments in. Netflix is moving here, and I'd turn around and I was like, I don't know that this is going to make sense a couple of years about the amount of people, and I hate cold now. I
hate it, man. Like, it was different when you were younger and you wanted to play in the snow. But listen, once you've been to like Colorado or like Utah or somewhere where it's a different snow. Like, it's a different cold. It's a different snow. Here, it is just.
It's shitty ice.
It's shitty ice. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's not anything to play in. It's just gross and mud and dirt and. Yeah. Excuse my French, but fuck this Jersey.
I am a homer. I love the state. I know people bag on Jersey, but I'm starting to get to the point where I hate the winter. I hate every part of it. I travel quite a bit. I was in Tampa this week for literally 2 days, but just being where it was 80 and there was sunshine and people were outside. Oh, this is so nice.
Well, it's like, have you been to Colorado?
Oh yeah, I've been to Denver.
So when you go I've been to Aspen. I've been all over Colorado. But when you go to Colorado, it's a different type of cold. Like, it's not. I don't know. It's not cold. It's cold.
Yeah.
But here it's like bone chilling cold. Like, it's like brutal. Like, there you can go outside in a t-shirt and like, you know, snow pants, and you're like, I could do this for hours. Here it's like, man, I don't even want to go outside. Like, not at all. And even when you're in your house, you're still bundled for like 3 blankets.
Oh, there's no way. It was so cold that I didn't even want to leave the house. So.
Yeah, no. Today was nice though. Today was nice. Good. Anyway, let's get off the weather. Let's get to the questions.
All right. So this week got some interesting ones. So we had a bunch of different categories I pull as always. Interesting enough, sometimes they have themes to them. Sometimes it just depends on where they come from. So this week, we got a couple different. So but here's the categories of questions we have today. We had supplements come in, which I thought was interesting because we don't talk too much about them. Fitness, obviously, was a big one. Overall health and wellness, some really good ones this week. Relationship and dating. We got I told you before the podcast started, some really, really heartfelt, thought out questions in this space today. So we'll probably take some time in the relationship and dating space. And to wrap it up, outside lifestyle, which we always have, I put a little surprise and
how many questions did we get?
672.
That's freaking amazing. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for all asking questions and trusting us with our advice that's unfiltered.
And my favorite category this week was random because I couldn't categorize them in any way.
Cool. Let's do the random. Let's do that.
You want to do random first?
Let's do random first. I think that's fun. Let's do one of each one, but random in between each one. Why don't we do that?
Well, that's very random of you.
It's very random of me.
Right. All right. So starting off with random, actually the first random question I got was the reason I started it was from Deborah. Deborah wrote in, and I actually have to read it because it's really for you and your book. And for a lot of you who don't know, Chris is an author. He's done his own audiobook. I am an author as well, but my book is for kids, so that's a completely different thing. But here we go. I purchased a digital version of your book. It was never just about me. After listening to it, I have to tell you, I give you a lot of credit for finding strength when you felt like you had none. The two questions they ask is, who was your intended target audience? I'm under the impression it was really for a single father struggling with maneuvering through the legal system and dealing with crazy exes. And this is interesting. This is why I pull this question. Do you think you've reached your intended audience, or are you considering this a new audience since it's mostly women now? I know it's a lot to take in.
That's
but
that was a big question.
So
that was a deep question.
Essentially, what's your book about, and do you think that your book and your current following match together?
So, man, that's a good question. Actually, a really good question. So, if you don't know, I wrote a book. It was Never Just About Me, the journey that saved my life.
And by the way, I don't want to interrupt you. I don't even know what your book's about, even though I know you wrote a book.
It's an autobiography. It's about it's actually chapter 1. I'm actually book 1. I got to work on the second book. But yeah, it's about how I went through a lot of traumas. So here's what it is. At the end of the day, when you look at me, you think I had an easy life, right? You think this guy freaking had it easy, blah blah blah. You wouldn't think somebody like me went through domestic abuse and sexual abuse and dealt with addiction and all that stuff, right? And the thoughts of hurting oneself. And I had all those things. I had all of them. So when I wrote my book, I actually cataloged my whole trip, my 6-month journey living out of my car with my dog, my way on to being in sobriety and thinking I was going to win my family back. And it was about a self-realization, about finding the strength in oneself to learn and take responsibility for one's actions and all that stuff, And so when I documented it all, when I first documented it, I documented it for my kids. I didn't know if I'd make it back on this trip. I really didn't. So when I took that trip, I documented everything because nobody knew where I was at. You know what I mean? Nobody cared. Except the only person that knew was my oldest son. And I really had no game plan. I literally just for the first time trusted that inner spirit, that inner consciousness that we ignore. And I documented it all. I even carved my kids' initials on a tree in Colorado, in Colorado Springs on one of the trails.
That's awesome.
So if they ever wanted to take the journey, to see what I did, they could. So I documented the whole thing. So I literally did it for them in the beginning. And then when I was done, I realized that if I talked about all those things that can break somebody, and men actually going through domestic abuse themselves, and speaking out, that it might make more of a difference, right? And I really believe that my book was for somebody else to read, to realize they weren't alone, and that they could actually find a strength. And I thought maybe if they read this person, whoever it is that reads the book, is going to be the one that's going to make a huge difference, right? They're the ones that are going to become the next Tony Robbins and stuff. They would actually read the book and at a certain age, at a certain point, and they would have this realization about who they are, and then they would go off and help millions of people, right?
Yeah.
That was my thought process behind it, right? I was like, this story isn't for me. And it was just this inner feeling I had. So is my book specifically for men? No, it's just from a male perspective because I am a man and I am a father. But it is, I really felt like it was for somebody else out there to read. Did I think in a million years that it would be a bestseller? No. I really didn't think anybody would read it. I really didn't think it would go out there. And then it ended up being a bestseller, and doing really, really well. And it's still doing well thanks to all of you. And I do appreciate that a lot, But yeah, my story's for everybody. It's for everybody who went through something in their lives that they felt like they're alone. And they felt like nobody's been what they've been through, because I've been through a lot of shit. I can relate with a lot of people, and that's one of the reasons I'm really good at my job and I'm really good at this. So yeah.
I gotta be honest, it'd be the coolest thing it'd almost be like out of a movie years later to take the trip to see that your dad carved the
oh yeah, dude. Yeah, it's in a what's it called? Not a blue, it's a birch tree. A birch tree. On the Colorado, there's a trail called Manitou.
Uh-huh.
And if anybody's lives in Colorado, you guys know Manitou in Colorado Springs. It's an amazing climb. And if you go back I think it's about 100 yards off the trail, there's another trail that leads up the mountain, and it's right there. And I carved it on a younger tree, so that way when they got there, my younger son, because I figured they'd be like adults, you know what I mean? And when they got there, the tree would actually be at the level that they would actually see it. I put some thought into it, man. I mean, nobody should wreck nature. Nobody should carve anything in nature. But Yeah, at the time, it felt like the right thing to do.
Did you? It's my marketing brain working. Is there a picture of it?
Of the tree?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got a picture of it.
Is it in the book?
It might be. I don't know. I haven't looked at the book in a while. It might be in there. Yeah. I haven't looked at the book in a while. It might actually be in there, but I do have a picture of it. Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, I took a picture of it if we can. That way, Yeah, like literally the whole trip is documented. In the book, there's a map too. And if you want to take the journey and see, like, because I was all over the place, man. I went to 28 states in 6 months. And I hiked, and almost every single state. And I ran 5 miles, and I did this whole thing. And it was an adventure, man. Me and my dog. Like, it was just me and my dog. And if it wasn't for my dog, listen, shout out to O'Malley, my original Old English sheepdog. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have survived that trip. I wouldn't have, man. People came up and helped me and gave me food and gave me shelter, and at times when I had nothing, and then I had nobody, and I had those really deep thoughts, of bad things. If it wasn't for the dog laying right next to me, it was an amazing trip. Maybe one day be a movie. That'd be awesome.
What was the impetus where the switch came on that you were like, all right, it's time to come back?
I trained for 2 months in Oklahoma. I trained hard, and I knew. So part of my journey is I ended up in Colorado Springs and at Manitou, and that hill, that trail kicked my ass, bro. I thought I was in good shape, but here's the thing: I didn't take into account that I went from Louisiana, which is like almost below sea level, to like 7,000 feet above sea level, and I went there in like 2 days.
Wasn't really top of mind.
No. So I literally got there at 12 o'clock at night in Colorado Springs, and I rented like a Motel 8, and I slept, and I got up early in the morning when the sun was coming up. And right when the sun was coming up facing the trail. And I looked at my dog, and I'm like, oh, that's what we're doing today. I'm like, we're conquering that mountain, bro. We're conquering that mountain. And and like, I was dying. My legs were on fire. My lungs felt like they were going to burst out of my chest. And this little Chinese lady passed me 3 times. like literally ran by me like I was doing nothing. I was like, I'm like dying. And the third time when she came running down the hill, I'm like, are you done? And she's like, excuse me? I'm like, you're making me feel really bad about myself. And she goes, oh, no, you're doing a great job. And pats me. And I'm like, keep your fucking sympathy to yourself.
Pat you on the back on the way by.
Yeah, just pat me on the back. So I made it up the hill, and it took me forever. I think it took me almost 2 hours, to make it up this mountain. It was so bad. And I made a decision in my mind right now that no matter what I did on this trip, no matter where I went, that I was going back there, and I was going to conquer that mountain. And I was going to use it as a metaphor for me conquering all the bad things, all the bad choices I made in my life, and all those negative thoughts. And I'm going to conquer this freaking mountain, man. I'm going to go back and win my family. So I trained for 2 months in Oklahoma, or a month and a half in Oklahoma. But I trained the whole time. And, and my thought process is I was going to go home and win back my family. And if she was dating a younger guy, I was going to beat him up. Every kid, nobody was going to beat me up, man. That's for damn sure. And I was going to go back and win back my family is what my thought process was. And it just hit a point where I knew it was time. Like I knew, The thing about the book, though, the thing that really sticks out the most is that each time I had doubt, and like it was always like 2.5 months or a month and a half. Each time I had like doubts, the universe, God, whatever you want to say it is, put key people in those spots that all said the same thing. All of them. When I was in Key West, Florida, this lady told me that my energy was off and that I was drawn there to realign my energy. And the equator runs close to the Keys, it's a good magnetic area. And then 2.5 months later, I ended up in Sedona, Arizona, at some Tibetan Buddhist thing in the middle of the desert, bro, out of nowhere. Had shirka prayer flags hanging from it. And this lady was sitting there looking all majestic, and we had a talk, and she told me that I was drawn there because my energy was off and there's a vortex there. And then in Oregon, almost 2 months later in Oregon, I'm at a Best Buy, and this blonde-haired, blue-eyed, vegan-looking kid who looked like he never did nothing wrong in his life comes walking up to me, and he's like, he goes, I don't know, he goes, this is going to sound weird, but God told me to pray for you, that your energy is off, but you're on the right path. So I knew at that moment, I think I knew at that moment that this isn't about me, man. You know what I mean? This is bigger than me, right? Freaking, what are the odds that I end up in all these places at the right time to meet these people? that would inspire me to keep going, right? So yeah, so I figured it was it was a story to share, and and like I said, it would touch somebody and they'd change the world. It'd be their job.
Well, I just read. Well, I'm a huge Red Hot Chili Peppers fan.
Yeah.
Anthony Kiedis. I just read his autobiography the other day, and the thing that saves him in the very, very end of the book is a dog.
Yeah.
It's the one thing before he goes back down the path of just overdosing and becoming a drug addict again. He gets a dog, and it's the end. Spoiler alert if you don't read the book, but it's the one thing at the very end of the book. The book actually starts off with, and it's actually because I'm sure you're like me, you're a Chili Peppers person, but the book starts off with "Under the Bridge," the song, and he's under the bridge doing heroin. He's on the way to get it, and it goes through how he wrote the song. Really? And then from there, just goes he's adopted by Sonny and Cher. His dad, he sleeps with his dad's girlfriend. It's his first sexual thing.
Oh my god!
It goes to this crazy.
That's the thing. Everybody thinks they got a hard life, and then they hear somebody else's, and it feels better about themselves. But
the very end of the book, the thing I love them, I couldn't put it down. The very end of the book is that he gets a dog.
Yeah.
That friendship.
Well, there's a reason when you spell, if you take the word dog, you spell it backwards. It spells God. Yeah. You know what I mean? They are the best. They are the best pet you could possibly have. They're everybody says they aspire to be like their grandparents. You aspire to be a dog. They're unconditional. Like they literally, you could yell at that dog and beat him. Not saying you should do that. Don't ever do that ever. I'll beat you up if you do. But you could do that and come home. Or you can walk out the door for 5 minutes and that dog will act like you were gone all freaking day. Be so excited to see you. So dogs are the best. You should have a dog.
Dogs are the best. I think cats are aliens, but that's for another.
Did you hear about the parasite that lives in cats?
No.
Oh my God.
So yes. If you get a lot of them that live with you,
they'll actually control you and make you get more cats. Yes.
I heard this.
Google that.
Yes, Google that.
Google that. There's a parasite that lives in dogs or cats.
Yeah.
That takes control of their owners.
Yeah. So don't. I watched years ago.
Did you get that message on both?
Oh, because you have mine, so it's mine. You'll see my text messages.
That was crazy. I saw the text messages.
You're like, oh, who's that? That's my wife.
All right.
No, so I actually watched a documentary years ago that was one of those. I was probably ridiculous. I mean, let's be honest, I was high as shit. And this History Channel documentary came across, and it was about how cats were aliens, and they were the first pet of the alien civilization. And and I'm talking about. I mean, I must have been 20. Yeah. And every time I look at a cat, I'm just looking at it.
No, I don't want to touch it.
I'm like, I know.
That's a freaking alien.
I know.
I'm going to answer this real quick. No, I do not have Telegram at all.
No Telegram, no WhatsApp.
No Chris is messaging you.
No.
Not this one at all. I don't message anybody. I got to work. I got a job. I got to pay bills. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, so this leads into question number 2, which is part of the random questions, but it just kind of flows in. Melissa G asks, hello, friends. Well, hello, Melissa G.
Hello, Melissa G. How are you doing today?
So has either of you taken a road trip, which obviously you have?
Yes.
But in your road trip, what was your favorite state?
Oh, here's the surprising one. I had a couple favorite states, but I would have to say that my one favorite state is Idaho, which was a surprise. I really liked Idaho.
Idaho.
Yeah, it was. I never thought I'd say that because you think of the potato. But and what was that girl named Austin something that used to do the morning? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. So Idaho is beautiful. Idaho's gorgeous. Oregon is amazing. The black sand is beautiful. The redwoods are amazing. What else is nice? Sedona, Arizona, beautiful. There's a road that you can take from Aspen, Colorado, all the way to Sedona, Arizona. It is the most beautiful highway in America.
I could see that.
Oh, it's amazing. You literally come down from these ice-covered mountains, down these windy roads. There's waterfalls, and there's rushing water, and then there's big-ass cliffs, and there's mountains again, and then you hit like a desert area. Like it is, and it winds like crazy. It is an amazing. Oh, dude, I would go on that road. I would love. That'd be what if I had a dream. If I had a bucket list right now. Lamborghini on that road, down that road.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, let's see how big we get.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens with the podcast.
Let's manifest that.
All right. So, in the spirit of doing random questions, because we start with random, this was the first question that came in actually. So I just pulled it, and it was from the UK. It's a little interesting because
shout out to everybody in the UK.
UK. So, and I thought this was cool because we've had a couple people from UK, and I don't know how much you know about this. So it's a supplement question. Leanne from the UK She just wants your random thoughts, first of all, on vitamins just in general. She trains 5 times a week, and she feels like she should be taking vitamins for a boost. Specifically, do you know anything about NMN? What's your recent thoughts on this? Have a great day. Love listening to you from the UK.
Nice.
So, do you take vitamins?
I do. I take a daily vitamin. I think vitamins are good for you. You know, unfortunately, with food, especially here in America, we don't get the good vitamins, right? So a lot of vitamins are taken out of our foods, so it's hard to get them. So yeah, I think a daily vitamin is good for you.
Are you a supplement guy?
Yeah, I mean, I take protein. You know, amino acids. Amino acids are good. Creatine's good.
Creatine's the best.
Yeah, no, I mean, all that stuff's good for you. Like, you know, and all of it in moderation. I definitely, anytime you can do something to help you boost your immune system and boost your antibodies and all that stuff, and is a good thing to do.
My random creatine fact, I actually, for as long as I've been taking creatine, and now my wife takes it, my son takes it, I think everyone should take
Somebody
it.
asked if we take Blue Chew.
Oh, hey, Blue Chew.
They want to sponsor us.
Well, it's Blue Chew or Rose Sparks or whatever you want to take is better than going to the gas station and getting Rhino XL. So,
so
just
funny.
throwing it out there.
That's so funny.
Look, my take on it, first of all, real quick segue. If you take Rose Sparks or Blue Chew or any of those things, more power to you. You should spark your intimacy as long as you can.
I absolutely agree. Unless you're young. Here's a big. I hear there's a lot of young kids taking the.
Oh, I tried it.
When you were young?
Bro,
was it around when we were young?
Yeah, hold on. My buddy, the guy who worked for me, his father was the North American vice president of sales for Viagra. So you're talking about early 2000s. So we would go to his dad's house and take the sample packs for the salespeople out and bring them to the office and give them out to everybody.
That's fucking.
And
that's awesome.
yeah,
so you're the reason all these kids. So you're part of the problem,
bro. It's true. 4 hours. If you're young, you might need to go see a doctor after 4 hours. That thing does not want to die. It's like wrestling an anaconda to death.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, outside that, yes. This is my random creatine fact. Do you know that all creatine, and I just learned this like 2
into 3 countries?
What, 2. That's it.
No, it's 3.
China and Germany, but Germany makes Creapure.
And United States.
Does the U.S. make it?
Yeah, we make it too. Yeah.
Probably like Austin or something.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I just switched to Creapure, and I actually have the 2 containers next to each other.
Yeah.
And it's clearly different.
Is it really?
Oh, my God. It's night and day from the Chinese version to the German version.
Which one do you think's better? Probably the German version.
German version.
Yeah, German version. Yeah.
Then I went back and listened. Every fitness podcaster listened to Creapure. So shout out Crea. And by the way, not more expensive. Like not,
No, I'm sure German's a lot better.
So and outside that, Leanne, NMM, I know some things about it's a precursor to NAD. I know a lot of people think NAD is the key to longevity in life. Huberman, Thomas DeLauer, I think Sinclair is a doctor, talks about it all the time. You put it under your tongue. It's supposed to help you have more energy and live longer. It's only 13 human trials in that thing. So just be careful if you're going to do supplements like that. I think there's a lot of promise to it, but there's a lot of fake marketing. Amazon, $20.
Well, yes. Somebody I know got this stuff, and I asked to read the ingredients on it. I forget the name of it. I asked to read the ingredients on it because she's like, it's supposed to like make you look younger, help you live longer, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know? And everything in the back of it says may help you have may. Like everything in the back. It may do this. It may do that. It may do this. Oh, it has protein in it too. I'm like, how much protein's in it? She's like, it doesn't say. I'm like, there's no protein in it. I was like, freaking, there's stuff. So just be careful what you buy. You know what I mean? Like, all right. So not to give a plug to Lifetime, but Lifetime tests all their supplements. Freaking, they all their stuff is third party tested. So if you're gonna spend money, you can get it at a Lifetime app. You can actually, if you're interested in that, you can message me, and I'll give you the code.
Ooh, you're gonna give stuff out, not to fake you?
Yeah. You know what? If you can, as a thank you, I'll give you the code, and you guys can order supplements and anything off the Lifetime app, and you'll get like 10 to 20% off.
Well, if you want, I just downloaded this the other day. The app's called Supps, SUPPS.co.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I just started
The Lifetime app?
No, it's not Lifetime. It's a third-party company that actually can input any supplement you take and gives you the test score. Is it third-party?
Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome.
And then what it does is if your supplement you're taking isn't that great, it actually gives you the options that are better.
Oh, yeah?
And the nice part is this is actually really cool. You can tell it's AI. You put in all your supplements you take in a day, and it tells you what you're missing, what you should do, how you should switch it, and rates it.
That's pretty cool.
Shout out Supps.co. No affiliation yet. Maybe, who knows? But
yeah, maybe they should be.
Awesome
should be affiliated.
All right.
You're number 30 in Greece, by the way,
Hey,
for health and fitness.
Apple messaged me and told us that we're starting to climb.
So thank you for everybody from Greece who's watching.
Yes, we're the top 30 fitness and health podcast in Greece. So shout out Greece.
Shout out Greece.
I hope I have a Greece question here. I didn't even look today. So, David from Miami, Florida. What's the best protein powder for muscle gain? And does plant-based protein work as well as whey?
What's the question again?
Protein powder, whey versus plant. Is there a better version of it? What do you take?
I think I think Lifetime stuff,
Which is probably whey, right?
Yeah, I think the Whey Isolate is what I take.
Yeah.
I would. Again, good.
You're splitting hairs.
Split hairs. Like it's not really a huge difference. It's not like one's going to be 100% better than the other one. It really depends on what product you buy, where you buy it from.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you want plant-based, I mean, you can get pea protein. I like whey. I mean, it's so easy.
Again, it depends what your goals are too, right? Are you trying to put on weight, or are you just trying to maintain weight? Whey protein is better if you're trying to put on muscle mass, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, and the reality of it is, as you get more into fitness, you start realizing that the reality of a protein shake is really to fill in the gaps. If you had any choice, you would just get it from Whole Foods.
Yeah, no, listen. If you're looking to grow muscle, if you're looking to get lean and mean, food. All shake is a hold you over till you eat.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So if you can get away from it, that's great. But if not, I think as long as you're getting a quality supplement in the protein world, you should be fine. So Deborah N sends a question for fitness. Hey, started an exercise regimen today. Shout out you, Deborah. She worked on abs, not bad. Tomorrow was going to do cardio. Then the next day I'm going to do arms. And the next day I'm going to do legs. Am I going about this the right way? It's a little difficult to answer because we don't know much about Deborah's exercise regimen or how old she is. You're going to the gym. It's a start for me.
Yeah, just be happy you're going. I don't know. Consistency is key. Somebody was asking me today if there's because there's so many different options out there, right?
Yeah.
I think we talked about this last week. There's so many different options and everybody's like, oh, this is the right way. This is the right way. Do I use kettlebells? Do I use kettlebells? Do I blah, blah? Listen, just work out. Just be consistent about whatever you choose to do, and you're going to get changes. But again, like you can't reinvent the wheel, right? So if you're looking to be in shape, then working out with weights is always going to be 100% the best way to go. Bottom line. What you do with them is your choice, but use weights.
Yeah, and all I would tell you, Deborah, is whatever you do, consistency is key. To Chris's point, if you like it, that's the best place to start because you're going to do it if you like it. And then once you get better at it and you get more experience, then what I would tell you is every couple of months, become more educated, start to hit your goal. As you start to hit a plateau, then maybe look at, hey, can I move these things around?
Well, yeah, change is always good,
right?
You got to make your body adapt to change, right? The moment you stop changing, your body stops adapting. So
yeah, so every now and then, just look every couple of months when you feel like you're just kind of plateauing. Don't be afraid to switch it up a little bit. You're not going to hurt yourself, but the only way you're going to hurt yourself is if you don't go. The reality. So, all right, Toronto, Canada. Connie.
We got a big following in Canada, so let's give a shout out to Canada.
Shout out Canada.
And as much as it hurts me as an American saying, congratulations. Shout out to Canada for winning the hockey. It was a great game. Both games were very good.
Hockey does a great job with this stuff.
I will say this though: if the brothers were playing, we would have won. Just saying. If the brothers were playing, we would have won. I had to say it. I'm an American. But shout out to Canada. I got a big Canada following. Love you guys.
So Connie from Canada has a fitness question. Connie said she started working out again. I've always been active. I'm trying to get my bod back. Can you? And this is where I'd laugh because I'm asking you this because I steal your exercises. Follow me on TikTok.
You admitted it, right? We got that record. You admitted it.
If you follow me this week, I stalked Chris and Jim and Brooke every.
I didn't even see that. Somebody came and told me. They're like, "Yo, man, you see a video Tony put up of you?" I'm like,
"Was it a person that works at TikTok? Oh, it works at Lifetime."
No, it was somebody that works at Lifetime. Somebody I talked to.
Yeah, I stalked you. I stalked you and made videos of you.
Yeah.
And I tried.
They go, he looks so angry walking right there. I was like, do I? Yeah, whatever.
No, it was from a distance. And then I was actually gonna drive by you and then stop and then shout out. But you were working with clients. I didn't want to, throw them in there. But the challenge was to not film anybody else.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be a creep.
Yeah.
But my little phone over top of the treadmill, like that's great.
You were good at that, bro. I didn't see any of it, man. It's so funny.
It was great.
It's so funny.
So anyways, he wants to know, can you suggest some exercises for core and lower back? Right now, she loves the medicine ball, leg lifts, push-ups, and planks, which I think is a good start. But
I think they're all good. The plank isn't my favorite. If you do the plank, then you should do knee raises while you do it.
there you go.
Is the best thing to do. I'm a big decline bench with the medicine ball guy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, and then the hangman chair. You know what I mean? The chair.
Yeah.
So if you do that, here's the biggest mistake: when people do lower abs off the chair, they always swing their legs. What you want to do is bend your knees and put it at a 45, and bring your knees from a 45 up, and keep your legs bent. Because when you're flaring your legs out, all you're doing is working your hip flexors.
Yes.
And you're not really isolating that lower ab. And then, like, you really to do your core, the best way to do it is a cardio fashion. So I would do upper abs, and then I would do lower abs, and then I would do obliques, and do it in a circuit. It was the best way to do it.
Yeah.
And I want to give a shout out to Jess at Lifetime, who did her core class today. I did it, and it was fun.
Oh, you finally? I took it.
I
You
did.
Took it.
Yeah, it was good. No, Jess is amazing. She did a great job, man.
Abs of steel, that woman.
Oh my God, yeah. If you can, yeah, my back kept giving out on me.
Look,
but it was cool. It was great. I was sweating, dude. I was dying. Freaking, I was sweating my ass off, man. It was so hot. I wasn't planning on doing it, and then I got asked to do it. And freaking had these thick ass sweatpants on, because it's cold outside. They were thick as shit. And we go in the room and it's like 90 degrees, and I was soaked. And then I had a client right afterwards. It felt so bad.
Oh, it's awful.
So bad.
I mean, my only thing with abs as I've gotten older is I really like doing weighted abs.
Weighted abs are great.
I like things that are slow. To your point about the hip flexors, I want to do slow, controlled movements because otherwise, when you watch people do it, they're moving their hips, they're throwing their back out,
throwing everything into it. Yeah.
If you sat on the medicine ball and just did 10 really slow, concentrated ab movements, you would be hurting.
Yes.
But people are just like take it down.
Well, they become what I call motion men, right? Like if you can, you want to really focus, make that mind and body connection. I know it's an overused word.
But a real study came out last week and said that if you think it was done by it was Ronnie Coleman. They actually went and tracked him and put little sensors on him. If you think about the muscle you're working out, it grows more.
Oh well, no. So there was a study done at Harvard.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think it was either Harvard or Yale, one of the two, about 15 years ago, where they had people sit there and they had a group of people sit and think about working out. Mm-hmm. Just think about the exercise, think about the contraction of the muscle, and then they actually had people go to the gym. And there was only a 25% difference to people who went to the gym to people who sat and thought about it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the mind and body connection is huge. Your mind's a powerful thing. Yeah. Somebody just wished me happy birthday. It's my birthday?
Is your birthday? Maybe you're one of your fake profiles. It is.
Yeah, it's definitely not my birthday.
All right. Well, in the random fashion, we're going to move over to relationships and dating. Sherry H. Shout out Sherry H.
Shout out to Sherry H.
And by the way, when we read these questions, I said this earlier, but I just want to say it again. I really appreciate it. Some of you really, really trust us and ask us some really thoughtful questions.
We appreciate it, man. Without you, there wouldn't be a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. How would you suggest I let my husband know that I want him to take more control in the bedroom?
How do you let your husband know you want him to take more control in the bedroom?
Yeah, it's an interesting.
That's an interesting question because I've never had that problem. That's, I literally I mean, obviously you don't look at me and go, oh, this guy's,
wants to hold hands,
not aggressive
in the bedroom.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. No. So how would you tell your husband? I would just be honest. Say, listen, man, I want to be choked and tied up. Just tell him. You know what I mean? Just be like, hey,
throw it out there.
Just throw it out there. See what he says. But hey, listen, man, I want you to be the man. And take action, take control, And if he doesn't respond to it, then I don't know what to tell you on that one. That's on him.
Well, like I said,
but I don't know any heterosexual, any man. I'm not gonna say heterosexual. Any man that's an alpha male or has any kind of in him. If a woman told him, I want you to take control, is going to have any problem with that. He should just be like, okay.
By the way, shout out people that are giving me gifts and glitter badges. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Don't know really what that is. I mean, I'm sure you have glitter badges all over the place.
Do I have glitter badges?
Shout out to glitter badges and gifts, I guess. So,
yeah. So back to that question, be honest. Just tell them. Say, hey, man.
Yeah.
Be the man.
look, I'm in a marriage, so when you want to change things up, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. First off, sometimes it's easier to do out of the house. So maybe go away for a weekend, go to a hotel, do a little thing on an anniversary or birthday. But to Chris's point, and I think this goes to every relationship, honesty is the key. If you're married and you're comfortable and your husband or wife really cares about you, there's nothing wrong with just being like, hey, we've been together a while. I'm thinking maybe we could switch it up a little bit more. I'd love to role play, or I want to try something. And, if your husband loves you and cares about you, then, he'll probably throw it around the bedroom a little bit more.
Somebody just said, show your Christian Grey. What's funny about that is that's how I started my cover model stuff. The girl who did the photographs for 50 Shades of Grey found me on TikTok, and that's how I ended up on romance novels. I would have been listen, I'm going to throw this out there right now. I would have been an amazing Christian Grey in the movie. I'm just telling it right now. Like, that guy had nothing on me. Anyway, I never saw the movie. I'm just talking shit.
Look, girls can read the hell out of some porn, but it's pretty. I enjoy the memes more than I enjoy the movie. You
saw it?
No, I've seen clips of it, but the memes are funnier when the guys go.
He saw the movie.
I did not see the movie. I don't need to see some dude. I don't need to be some rich guy be mean to some poor girl and she gets excited about it. Just do that anyways. Yeah. All right. So, but Sherry, just be honest. Or just like I said, I'm married, so sometimes when you want to spice it up, do something different. Just, make a weekend out of it. Go away somewhere. Buy an outfit. Just walk out of the bedroom and some things and, act like you want to be taken advantage of. So, if your husband loves you.
I don't think you should actually. Listen, just tell him, because this would be awkward if you just jump on the bed and be like, take me. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just might be weird.
I'd be all in.
I think you just tell him, hey, listen, man, I need you to be Christian Grey, or I need you to be Chris David for a day.
I need you to step up. That's what I need you to do.
Step up and be a man.
Be a man. Smack him. No, don't do that. But, all right, super.
Unless he's into that.
I mean, that's another story. That's another question. I'll wait for that question to come in.
Listen to that. I don't know.
Wait for those questions to come in.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Sue for New Hampshire. This is one of those really heartfelt thought questions that came in again. I've been married for 20 years. We have 2 kids, 17, 13. In the last 6 years, I felt like I'm living with a male roommate going through the motions. I love you doesn't feel like I love you anymore. Sex is very vanilla when we have it. They've had the conversation a few times, and when they have the conversation, it gets a little better for a little bit. But realistically, the challenge is it's a roommate relationship at this point, right? They tried therapy. They've tried spicing some things up. She's actually really, in a really smart way, worked on herself. And a lot of times, worked on herself. She's got some childhood trauma issues, but she feels like she's stuck in this space. So do we have any advice for somebody who's just trying to connect with their partner, and their partner is just, at the end of the day, maybe not getting the message?
Wow, that's a tough one.
It's really tough.
It's tough to give advice about something because we're not there, right? We don't know you guys personally, right? So we don't know. Maybe he's going through something, and he needs to work on himself also. I'll be honest with you. I think sometime apart, maybe. Here's the thing. So when we're with somebody, for especially a long period of time, we kind of lose who we are, right, as an identity of ourselves, and we start putting it on the other person to do something. And we put that responsibility on them, when really the responsibility comes down to us individually. We can't control the other person, right? We can only control ourselves. So sometimes finding yourself a hobby, finding yourself to find your own individuality and meeting in the middle is good. Like missing that person, like you guys been together for so long. Here's the problem: is you don't miss each other. You know what I mean? There's none of that. Oh, I miss you. You know what I mean? I see you every day, so there's no that. I miss you. I want you. Like it's become norm.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe, just maybe, you both find a hobby that is different from what you normally do, and then you have something new to share with each other. Right. You have something new to talk about, something new to be like, and it'll give you maybe a little like times apart in the evening, and then coming back together and be like, hey, what did you do today? Well, tell me about it. It's something amazing. You know what I mean? Like there's something new and exciting that's you that I didn't know before, right? So I don't know, man. That's just my advice.
Look, it's challenging because you figured you've been married for 20 years, which means you were together about 3 years before you had kids. So you've had kids for the run of this relationship. Your youngest is 13. Which means you have about 5-ish more years. The fear I have in this situation, which happens quite often, is, the kids leave the house and then now you're left with a roommate and you guys really struggle to what to do. I think this is what I have a lot of conversations with my wife about this, and this is, I love my son. He's my favorite human being on earth. But there has to be a point where sometimes you realize you got to put your relationship first. You and your partner should be first in each other's world. And, this goes back to maybe starting with those small things. Do you guys do date nights? Do you follow that 2-2-2 rule where, every second weekend is a date night, every second month is a weekend away, have you gone on vacation in a while? Sometimes these things are really because life and the day-to-day and work and all these things get in the way. But sometimes, and look, I give you credit for a few things. First off, it's really sad to read that you kind of wish he would cheat on you just to see if there was a spark there. I mean that's a really tough place to be.
Well, that goes back to that open marriage.
Well, we'll go back to open relationship.
That goes back to the open marriage thing. So again, maybe not go as far as sleeping together with somebody else, but maybe like go out and see if you still got some game. You know what I mean? And just see if your husband or you get a little jealous and get a little fire in your ass. Maybe learn something together. Go take salsa dancing.
But it goes back. I think what you're saying, and I'm saying, you guys got to prioritize yourselves and get out of this, whatever the doldrums of life is. Go take dance lessons, right? Go get a Groupon and go learn a tango. Go find something to do. But if you're not going to put your relationship first and you're going to let life get in the way, it's going to be really, really tough. But ultimately, I will say this, and I really mean this, and this is going to be really shot between the eyes. I know a family member that's kind of going through the same thing, and what I would say is this: life is short, and nobody deserves to spend a huge majority of their life feeling like a roommate. You're married.
No, I agree.
You're married.
No, I agree with that, man.
The intimacy. So when the intimacy goes away, I hate to say it, but sometimes you might need a restart somewhere. So I hope that doesn't happen, obviously, Sue. But I think maybe seeing about getting some date nights in there and prioritizing that stuff may help. But best of luck. Let us know how it goes. Luck. So Donna S. This is a really good one. Donna S. In general, are men insulted when a woman pays for half the check? I went on a date. There was not much chemistry. It was a blind date, so I thought it was only fair to split the check. When I offered to split the check, he gave me a look. I knew it wasn't a hardship for him, but I didn't expect the reaction of him looking pretty pissed off about it. I don't want to make that mistake again. I got to be honest. I don't think that's a mistake.
Nah. Honestly, I don't really care.
I think there was zero chemistry and the guy's an asshole.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't care. Especially if it was like our first date and, whatever.
You said there was zero chemistry, so reality is I wouldn't put any
Don't
stock.
sweat it. Don't even think about it.
If there's zero chemistry and somebody, please don't put any stock into what they think about the way that you operate. It just doesn't make any sense. So going back to randomness, let's see. Vanessa, she is a self-described professional existential crisis enthusiast. So
what the hell is that?
I don't know, but I had to throw it in there because I was just laughing at the fact that she put it in there. But
professional existential crisis enthusiast. I don't even know what that is.
I tried to piece it together, but my brain would break right now.
Professional existential crisis enthusiast. Sounds like she enjoys crises and she's enthused by them. That's what it sounds like.
Isn't that short for crazy?
Probably. Red flags. I don't know.
Well, shout out Vanessa for sending a question. We appreciate it. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you, either in front of a crowd or did you turn it into a teachable moment? So do you have anything that's embarrassing happen to you?
Wait, what happened now? I'm sorry.
What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you in front of a crowd or not? And how did you turn it into a teachable moment? Or did you just pretend like shit, it didn't happen?
Nah, I've had a ton of embarrassing moments.
Name one. What's the first one that comes to mind?
Oh, God, I don't know. I threw up on a stripper's ass once. Yes. My friend's 21st birthday. We were at this bar. And they ended up, the bartender kept giving us freaking free shots. This is why I don't drink Jaeger. This is why I don't drink it all, period. Right? But I don't drink Jaeger. So, give us free shots of Jaeger, And,
oh, my God. Jaeger, Rumpelmans,
Goldschlager. All that stuff.
All in the fridge where the cold glasses were.
No, it's so gross. But, yeah, so this stripper gave us a free lap dance. And I was sitting on the chair way back, freaking. And she's bent over in front of me. I'm like, you got to move, man. She's like, "Oh no, you're good, honey." I'm like, "No, you really got to move." And she didn't move, and I threw up all over her. And they were cool about it. They were actually really nice about it. I know, it's so gross. It's so embarrassing. The worst part about it is I had long hair at the time. I had real long hair. I had hair down to like here.
Yeah, was it gray?
No, it wasn't fucking gray. No,
Oh, I'm just saying,
shit.
you know,
I was 20. I was like 21 years
I
old.
went gray. I started going gray when I was 20.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
No, I didn't go start growing gray until I was like 39.
I started going gray 21.
Yeah,
and
so
my
gross.
brother started going bald at like 21.
That was terrible. I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, it worked out. I mean,
Yeah.
look, I'm gonna be honest. No, it's not bad right now.
No, your hair's great. Your hair's great. No, but freaking so I threw up on her, and then I didn't go back in there for years. Like I'm talking like, I don't know, probably about 15 years. I started dating this girl that was a bartender there, and I went to go visit her. I go in there. I got short hair, bro. I'm jacked. You know what I mean? I look nothing like I did before. And this chick walks up to me and she goes, "Oh my God, you're that guy." And I go, "What guy?" She goes, "The guy that threw up all over my hands." I go, "Oh my God." I was like, "I have no idea what the guy you're talking about. None." So what did I do at that moment? I avoided it. I was like, I don't know who that guy is. Yeah. No, I mean, listen, embarrassing moments happen to everybody. Like they happen to everybody. They're and eventually you're going to laugh at them. Like half the shit I've done, it's good stories, No good stories start off with I had a good day and everything was perfect and,
they say
shit happens.
No great story ever started with I ate a
sober.
salad.
Oh, I ate a salad. Yeah, no story starts off. I ate a salad. I had a great day, blah, blah, blah.
I winded up in the emergency room after I unknowingly I was working at a restaurant. I took a bunch of hot peppers. Guy came in. He challenged the restaurant that we couldn't make hot wings hotter than he could eat them. So just happened to be the Mexican kitchen staff had just come back from the head guy had come back from Mexico and he had a whole bag of like ghost peppers. So I'm in there squeezing the peppers on the wings and rubbing them. Went into the bathroom, threw my hands underwater, took a piss, left. When I got home,
Dick was on fire,
bro.
On fire.
Dick was on fire. So bad at 2:00 in the morning in college, I call my dad and I go, "Dad." He's like, "What's wrong?" I think my dick's on fire.
Yeah.
He goes, "What happened?" He goes, "Did you sleep with somebody?" I go, "I don't know." I go, so he goes to the emergency room. Here's the hilarious part. I'm crying for probably a good hour or two. I walk into the emergency room.
Crying.
I have so much pain. The door, I'll never forget, the doors to the emergency room open. The woman is staring at me. The nurse, I'm in tears. I can't tell her my dick's on fire. So
That's
I walk
amazing.
out of the.
That's amazing.
I walk out and I go back into the car and continue to cry for about a half hour. I walk back in and all of a sudden, every doctor, every nurse, the police, because they think I'm some lunatic, are in the hospital waiting for me. And long story short, the doctor has me in the back and we're walking through my day. And yes, when you touch hot peppers, use soap and don't.
Dawn soap. You got to use Dawn soap, bro.
Oh.
Peppers are bad.
My dad still laughed. I literally called him. He's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I don't know who I slept with, but my dick's on fire."
My dick's on fire.
So I still remember that. Yes,
that's funny.
Very embarrassing.
Yeah. Listen, embarrassing moments help define you. They're just good times.
Yeah,
I don't think everybody's had an embarrassing moment.
Of course. I mean, you're not living if you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I learned from it is wash your hands with Dawn. That's really the only thing that came out for me.
Yeah. Or use rubber gloves,
Or rubber gloves. All right. Let's see. Oh, my God. Ooh. All right. Stephanie from Colorado. Oh, I saw.
What's up, Colorado?
All right. Oh, yeah. Here you go. Colorado.
What's up, Colorado?
My question is, I got divorced about 2 years ago, and I'm starting to get back into the dating scene after being married for 17. And the dating scene is obviously completely different.
I think she's actually watching because I think I just saw that question on TikTok.
Oh, well, Stephanie, shout out to you. You put a question in. What I've been noticing a lot lately is a lot of younger guys are the ones in my DMs flirting. Some of them are actually my daughter's age. Would you guys recommend dating younger, or is this just guys with mommy issues? I know you guys have sons in the 20s. Would you be okay with them dating an older woman? I'm 46. And I haven't dated since I've been 20.
I'd be okay with him dating an older woman.
So first off, you're divorced. So we joked about this the other day. This is going to happen. I mean, you got to get out there.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, life's, I don't know, life's full of surprises.
It's not surprising that younger girls like older men and younger guys like older women. But
Yeah, no, it's just natural. It's just natural.
If it wasn't
It
for
is
the
what it is.
if it wasn't for
Yeah.
the daughter thing, I would be like, hey, do whatever you want to do. I actually dated somebody, and I met her and her daughter was my age, and I was going on online dates with her mom, and I met the step and the father all on the same night. So that was an interesting night. But,
Yeah, no, I don't think I don't think I've ever
what's
dated
what's the biggest age discrepancy for you ever? Even just hookup, not even like dating.
Oh, anything. I don't. For me,
Yeah.
it all depends. Listen, nothing younger than 25, 26.
But even as a younger guy, did you go north? Like,
Oh no, this is my yeah no. So when I was 21. When I was 21, my oldest kid's mom was like 32, 33,
yeah.
and I ended up knocking her up and being So yeah,
Well, Stephanie. We don't want you to get knocked up.
yeah. Don't get knocked up, Stephanie. Use protection.
Look, what I would tell you.
Yeah, younger men like older women. Older men like younger women. It's just I don't know. It's just like I don't know. It's a thing. I mean, I couldn't date younger. Like I don't know what I'm like. I couldn't. Yeah.
Well, no. Mm.
Yeah. No, I couldn't do it because what are we going to talk about? Like I'm sure the sex would be amazing, but
Well,
what the fuck are we going to
I'm
talk about?
conflating dating and probably the sex part of it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. So you got to separate it. So would you?
Yes.
Would you date somebody younger? I don't think so.
No.
No.
Would I have sex with somebody younger? Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Stephanie, I would just think of this way. First of all, you haven't been this is the best part. You've been married for 17 years. Enjoy the love you're getting. Enjoy the DMs. Enjoy the flirting. It feels good that people watch you.
You know, build your ego.
Yeah,
build feed your ego a little bit. You're allowed.
Hell
There's nothing wrong with
yeah.
that,
Let
you
them
know?
send you a bunch of dick pics. Who cares? But when it comes to dating,
I did not say that.
Just whatever. I was at my grandmother's 70th birthday, and my niece, and my mom are all sharing dick pics that my niece gets.
Oh,
and my
see?
niece, like 22 years old.
If there's any young guys watching,
Don't do that,
Don't
by the way.
Don't send dick pics.
Dumbest stuff ever.
I had some girl ask me the other day. Something the other day. She's like, I don't think I think she told me that most of the pictures that she gets, are like random messages she gets, are dick pics. Listen, if there's any guys watching right now, I just want to let you know, girls don't like random dick pics.
You don't.
You know.
By the way, if you send a dick pic, they're showing everybody, and chances are you photoshopped and you took it offline. So I mean, come on, let's just be honest, right? You snapped it, you color corrected it so it looked like
you enlarged it.
You put it on Photoshop and stretched that shit out. Come on, man.
That's so funny.
And by the way,
funny.
It's the same thing for females. I would tell you the same thing. Don't send me a naked photo. Send me something to think about.
Like, all these girls around here going, I hate getting them.
Yeah, they're the worst.
Yeah.
It's like, I had
It's definitely not a way to start a conversation.
I had a meeting with my son and his buddies, and it was like the first one was don't get catfish, and the second, like once a week, we had like this meeting of the minds, and I'm like, don't send dick pics. I'm like,
don't.
Yeah,
dumb.
Unbelievable. But anyway, Stephanie, appreciate the love. My thoughts are have fun. Don't date someone your daughter's age. That it does not go over well. So yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So if there's any guys watching, I want you to remember that romance novels is like one of the biggest selling things in books, right? Romance novels is like $1 billion industry, right? The reason it is because women like to use their imagination. So let them use their imagination. Don't show them the goods. Learn how to talk to them. Like a romance novel, if you want to turn them on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Leave something to the imagination.
If it all works out, let them take a picture of your dick. But you don't do it yourself.
Let them do it. Yeah, if they want to do it, let them do it.
That's a much better option.
I love where these conversations go.
All right.
Anyway, next question.
Carlos from Jacksonville, Florida. If aliens came to Earth and you had to show them one
that's
movie.
a good question.
If you had to show them one movie to explain humanity. So moving out of the
Independence
humanity. Oh, God. First of all, let's just go back. Do you believe in aliens?
Do I believe in aliens?
Hell yes, they're real.
Yeah, you think aliens are real? Yeah. So here's my
No way
thing.
we're the only things in this world. There's nothing in the universe.
Yeah, but do I think they come? I don't know. See,
No, I'm not saying that they. I'm not saying they.
Okay, you're not saying there's aliens here on this planet.
First of all, it's mind-numbing. It breaks your brain to realize that there's, I don't know, what is it, 14 dimensions, and Google is in another dimension solving problems right now. And
yeah, I don't know.
It's just and,
so I don't know. Here's my thing: if there was aliens, if there was a highly super intelligent being that they transflew, the universe like that, then we are the Tijuana of the universe.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think they come here to watch. We're like a zoo.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? We're like the Tijuana of the place. Like, oh, you want to see a donkey? let's go to America, let's go to freaking, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't think If there was, there would be no reason for them to hide because we wouldn't have any master technology. What the hell we would do? You know what I mean? So that's my other theory on that. But at the same time, the government released all those videos.
There's so many.
They show like a TikTok flying around and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's up for speculation. Believe what you want to believe.
Yes. All right. So I don't know what movie I'd show, but not Independence.
Show them Independence Day. Sure. You don't think that would go over well?
No.
Oh, here's Independence Day. No.
No. All right. All right, Sean. Let's see. It's not Sean. Oh, here we. Oh, nope.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
What's up?
Melissa from Augusta, Georgia. If you were a chef or you just like to cook, what is your signature dish? If you were on a date and someone came over and you had to make them something, what would you make them? Your go-to dish that you can cook.
So it all depends on what they like.
Just pretend they like whatever you make.
Okay. So then if it's meat, if it's a red meat, then I'm gonna make a fillet with a bacon wrap.
Ooh.
Yeah. If it's fish, I am gonna make a salmon roll with crab meat in the middle over a salad with a raspberry vinaigrette and some sugar-covered walnuts and some cranberries and some pineapple. Yeah, that's my two favorite.
That's the go-to.
Those are my two favorite dishes to make. Yeah.
I would go. Steak's never a bad thing, but if I had to just go away from something normal, Spanish rice and beans. I make that.
That's the Puerto Rican in you.
Yes, the Puerto Rican.
That's the Puerto Rican in you.
The other side's Italian. I make a banging chicken parm. So I would go and know.
Chicken parm's good. That's the thing here. I noticed that in Jersey. That's the thing here. Chicken parm and chicken cutlets.
Italians. It doesn't mean it's Jersey.
That's what I never. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never had a chicken cutlet until I came to Jersey.
Never.
Never. No, Pennsylvania, it's not a thing.
I mean, the weird part is because I'm so healthy, I only bake all that stuff, and I think that's the challenge to make it better when you bake it.
Yeah.
You can't fry it, but.
I'm not a baker. I'm a cooker.
Yeah, I can't bake for shit.
Put me on a barbecue.
There you go. Well, I got a smoker at the house, barbecue.
Oh, I love smokers.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Put me on a barbecue.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Scrolling up. Let's take another random. Here we go. Overall health and fitness. Eric from Portland, Oregon.
What's up, Oregon?
All right.
I was just talking about Oregon.
All right. What is the best way to improve overall health if you're starting from zero?
The detox first. There's stuff you can get that'll help you like that Lifetime. Plug a Lifetime again. But they have a detox supplement that you can get. That's amazing. It helps get you all the toxins out of your body, so that way you can start your gut health. And it's a great way to begin your health journey. Because here's the thing: you can work out till you're blue in the face, but you are what you eat, right? So you should start your and if you've been eating shit food, McDonald's and candy and Doritos and all that crap, man, for a long time, then you need to reset your gut health because your gut health isn't good. So like I said, a detox at Lifetime is a great supplement to do that with, a great product. And it resets your gut health. And that way, when you go to eat healthy, you'll be able to process those foods better. And, yeah.
I'm in the middle of 15 days right now. You go 5 days on, 5 days off. You got to do fiber pills, but you really plan these things out, because you're getting cleaned out of when I'm traveling, I'm not on a plane, I'm going to the gym. So again, like if you're gonna start your health journey, start with what you do at home first. Because that's where you are most of the time, right? So start with your eating habits first. Yeah. And my thing is, Eric, go for walks.
Go for walks. Walks are good.
It's the best. It's the easiest. It's a good way just to get started. 10 minutes after every meal is 30 minutes a day. You lower your blood sugar, and you'll feel like you accomplished a goal. So I like walking a lot.
How does this happen?
You got to do the puzzle piece.
You got to do the puzzle piece.
Puzzle piece it is. All right.
Yeah, there we go.
Jazz?
Hold on. Answer your question.
Oh, there's a question?
Yeah, somebody asked me a question because you didn't ask. All right, go ahead.
All right. All right, let's see. What type of food is good for? All right, what type of food is good for you working out? Healthy food, whole food, the basics.
Yes.
Intermittent fasting. Jasmine from Seattle, Washington. Is intermittent fasting actually effective for weight loss and muscle gain?
I think we talked about this the other week. No.
Right?
No. Fasting's not good. Again, the whole point about fasting is resetting your gut health.
Yeah.
You can do that through these products.
I like it. The longest I've fasted for is 5 days straight.
Yeah.
And I was walking up the stairs to work, and I couldn't make it up the stairs. And then I realized I needed to eat again. But I think if you like fasting for religious reasons, hey, great. I think it's a good spiritual practice. I think it's a good way to.
Somebody just told me I was number one. Thank you for telling me I'm number one. Appreciate you.
Ooh, holla.
Yeah.
It is a horrible way for weight loss. I think people. Look, I got the. Oh, I have it now.
You could do
I'll move the puzzle piece in a minute. It's a horrible way to lose weight. I mean, the reality of it is you're trying to cheat the system to really cut your calories. There's way healthier ways to do it. I like every quarter to do about a 48-hour fast to clean the system out, sometimes 72, just to get rid of some dead cells and stuff. But that's not a weight loss and a muscle gain thing. But if you're using it for those things, I don't see the point of it. I think you're just kind of,
Somebody asked, do you know what Mounjaro is? I don't know what Mounjaro is.
Yeah, Mounjaro is the name for tirzepatide, which is a GLP-1.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. So, I know a lot of people to use it. What I would tell you, here's the thing about Mounjaro, Ozempic, we go over all those things. I think they're amazing tools. I mean, they're amino acids, so there's no side effects for most people. However, here's the challenge. If you go on them, you have to. It's a tool to go in the right direction. So in other words, you have to work out. First of all, you have to lift weights because otherwise all it does is waste muscle and you become a flabbier version of yourself and you're going to gain the weight back anyways. So if you're going to use these tools, and I know this because I have family members who try this and fail at it and then complain about it. Guys, if you're going to spend that kind of money, and I think these tools are really helpful, but you still have to eat right. You still have to go to the gym and you still have to do some resistance training. If you don't do those things, you are wasting your money. 100%.
I just want to say thank you to this person here. They said, you keep being you. You're an inspiration to so many. Keep fighting the good fight. God bless you and your family. Very kind of you.
There you go.
Very nice.
All right. Let's
see that kindness. Kindness goes a long way. Kindness.
All right. Let's see. Relationships and dating.
Crack me up.
Patricia Ellison. All right, Patricia. I have not dated since my divorce over 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
How do I overcome the feelings of being out of touch, unapproachable, unattractive, and being too vulnerable?
Ooh, so that's some self-work. You got to do the self-work. You got to do it on yourself, man. You can't. It's easy to hide. It's easy to be lazy. It's easy to make excuses. And literally, that's all I heard in that statement right there. You're just making excuses to change, right? So you know the answers. Like the question you're asking me, like you know the answers you got to make. Like you know what you have to do to get over that. It's just a choice whether or not you want to. How bad do you want to not be single? How bad do you want to go on a dating scene? How bad do you want to be a better person? Like how bad do you want to not feel like you got to hide in your house?
How bad do you not want to be alone? Look, and I have real world experiences because my mother has been single now, God, over almost 11 years. And, I'll be honest with you, Patricia, she gets in her own way. She wants to be loved. She wants to find somebody. I understand it's hard, but you have to get out of your own way. You have to get out there.
You're your biggest roadblock.
Yes. I watch my mother get in her way every day because, like, I'll call her and say, hey, me and my wife are going to dinner. Do you want to come? Red Bank's kind of a jump in town. Like, you can come out.
Well, so perfect example is my stepfather passed away in June. And my biggest thing to my mom, they were married for, I don't know, like 46 years or something like that, and did everything together. So my biggest advice to my mom was go do whatever you've been wanting to do, and go experience everything. Just don't sit in the house. When somebody asks you to go do something, go do it.
Go do it.
Wait, I don't care if it's a far drive. I don't care if it's like doesn't see. Go do it. You have the time now. Yep. So go do it. So what's her name again?
Patricia.
Patricia, you have the time now. So go do it. Go experience life because you only have one, and be brave.
I promise you, if you're brave, the results.
That's Brian's wife. What's up, Brian's wife?
Yeah. I promise you, the results of you being brave, and no matter how hard it is to get out and take the drive and go on those things, I promise you, you will feel so much better about yourself for doing those things.
I mean, what do you have to lose?
There's nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose, right? Like, you have nothing to lose. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Go do it. Just go fucking do it.
All right. Kim from Virginia Beach. Virginia
Beach? That's the place for lovers. Virginia Beach is for lovers.
Is it really?
Yes, that's what we're known for. Virginia Beach is the place for lovers.
I only know it where jets fly over from the military.
Yeah.
I know that because my dad goes all the time.
You Google that. Tell me if I'm wrong.
All right. So what is one simple habit that you would say to somebody that can dramatically improve their quality of life if you had to just give them one tip?
If I had to give them one tip that would improve their quality of life, I would say Man, there's so much.
I
so
know.
Many tips. There's so many tips I can give you. So I would say the first thing you do is to improve your quality of life is help somebody. Do a random act of kindness. I think opening the door, saying good morning to somebody, seeing somebody carrying bags or actually often carry their bags, seeing somebody that's in need. Like, honest to God, like if you really want to change your life, right? First, wake up grateful. Wake up grateful that you have another day. That you have another day to see another sunrise. Wake up grateful that you have another night to see the sunset. That you have that day, because there's somebody right now that wish they had that opportunity to do something, and you have that, right? So first thing is wake up grateful, and then do a random act of kindness. And I say that, and people are like, oh, being kind to somebody else, that's a good thing to do. It is. Yeah. But I'll be at the end of the day, you know what it really truly is? It's the most selfish thing you can do. Because when you help somebody and you do that random act of kindness, it makes you feel good. It truly does. And when somebody says thank you, that was really nice of you, it makes you feel good. And it builds your confidence. Yeah. It releases those pheromones or those chemicals in your brain that are like, wow, man, I did something good today. And it gives you a little sense of pride. And each time you do it a little more, and a little more, a little more, it gets a little more easier. And not only does that act of kindness, you benefit from that. But that person is also going to take that act of kindness and they're going to actually pass it on subconsciously. It's like that wave. Like, if you give somebody a wave, good morning wave, 9 times out of 10, that same person's going to wave to somebody else, say good morning. And that wave can end up going around the world. It's kind of like the butterfly effect. So, where the butterfly flaps its wings, causes airflow, causes the oceans to move. So a random act of kindness and being grateful in the morning. Those are the things I would tell you to do.
I'd say my only thing is I just think, for most people, I think just to focus on living a healthy life, whether that's mentally, spiritually, whether that's
I will tell you this. I will tell you this. So if you're asking, what kind of structural thing you can do, here's what helped me. So I would find quotes, inspirational quotes that inspired me, that made me feel something. Like Bruce Lee's think about water. Water goes in a bowl, it becomes a bowl. Water goes into a glass, it becomes a glass. Water crashes, water flows.
Be water.
Be like water. The only thing you don't want to be is stagnant water, right? So it's a really good point, because stagnant water causes death, right? The moment you stop moving, it causes death, and mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever. So I would take these quotes, and I would put them next to a picture of me. I would write in that picture of me, and I literally would post it on my social media, because nobody looks at my social media more than I do. And I would see, and when I would feel bad, I would feel like I was like at my lowest point, I would do that. So that way, when I looked throughout the day, it was like looking in the mirror, and I would see that quote, and I would remind myself that, that life is not that bad. Like, I had to keep this in mind, that I could keep moving forward, and I'm given an opportunity today to make a change. And knowledge is key. So I would do that all the time, just kind of like, I call it mental kung fu. Freaking to battle those negative thoughts, those negative emotions. Because words are powerful. So learn as much as you can. Knowledge is key.
No, nice. Yeah. All right, Jenna from Hartford, Connecticut. You only get one. What's one song, no matter where you are, that you have to sing along to? So what's a favorite song, top 5, off the top of your head? I know there's a lot. Probably a ton. I'm a karaoke fan. Ooh, there you go.
By Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody. Anytime that comes on, you have to sing along. you have to, and you have to do the whole thing in the car, like Garth and what's his name?
God,
Saturday Night Live skit.
Yeah, so Dana Carvey.
Garth
and, Wayne and Garth. Isn't it
Wayne and Garth? Wayne and Garth. Wayne's World. Excellent. Yeah, I just aged myself, but yeah.
I'll take
Espresso.
Foo Fighters. I'll take Everlong.
Espresso. Get out of here.
Or I'll take The Doors, Roadhouse Blues, because my favorite line of all time is, and now I'm going to draw a blank, so I'll remember it later. But the end is have a beer, because the end is always near.
Oh yeah.
Wake up every morning and have a beer, because the end is always near.
Yeah. Margaritaville's another one.
There you go.
And no, not Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso. No. Nobody likes that song.
By the way, Patricia said, someone said go on a singles cruise. That's not too bad.
I couldn't do a cruise. I just talked to somebody about that yesterday. I couldn't do a cruise. No. I don't like being stuck in a boat.
Person.
No, because I don't like being stuck in a boat, man. Like, I want to, and I don't like being told on an island I got to leave at a certain time. Like, if I'm hanging out and I'm doing my thing, I just want to do my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had someone say Bohemian Rhapsody. That's a song you have to play.
Behind Blue Eyes. That's a good one too. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that song. I just happen to have blue eyes, so. No correlation.
If you ever had to relive 1 year of your life over and over and over like Groundhog's Day, Erica from Dover, Delaware, great question. What age range, what year would you be like, hey, this is the one
The best day ever.
I'd do it again, a year.
I'd do it again.
Like what do you ever look back and think, or do you look in the present, or do you think like, hey, that was a good run for me?
That's a good question. I mean, there's two that come to mind. When I was 27, I was on top of my game right there. That year was a good year.
It was a good year.
Yeah, and then there was a time, I think it was 14. Like 14, I went to see my dad in Florida, and we had this friend of ours, Bob. I don't know if you're watching, Bob, but if you are, shout out. I don't know if you're watching Dad either. Shout out to you too. I know my mom's watching. Hi, Mom. I forgot to say that. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Chris's mom.
Hi, my mom's watching right now. Hi, Mom.
Have one of these. Hi, Chris's mom.
Yeah, this one here. Say hi. It's Tony, Mom. It's Tony. Yeah. So, sorry, Mom. I hope my mouth isn't upsetting you.
Oh, this is the worst episode we've had so far.
Yeah, I've been swearing like crazy to talk about penises and dicks and the whole. Anyway,
we're four episodes in, and we're already getting strikes on YouTube.
My mom's a heavy Christian too, so I apologize, Mom. I forgot you were watching for a minute. But anyway, I was down in Florida with my dad. I was 15. I was down in Florida with my dad and out in Bob's boat in the Gulf of Mexico, and we were fishing at night. We were staying out on the boat overnight, and the water was so calm. And there was a full moon, and the stars were shining, and my dad had Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon playing, and we were fishing, and I caught a flying fish in my line. It actually got caught up in my line.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, man, it was one of the, when I think about the most perfect moment, like just perfect, like everything was just aligned, and I was at peace, like perfect. I think about that moment. That was a great moment. Yeah, it was. And then we went to Disney World, and I ran my dad around all 3 parks and wore him out, and it was a great time. It was fun. It was a perfect time for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and yes, I see my son on there. No, you cannot join as a guest, but you can truly listen. And I saw somebody else give me a little hate for the Roadhouse Blues Doors comment, but I actually remember I woke up this morning and got myself a beer because the future's uncertain and the end is always near.
Yeah, Doors are good too.
I love the Doors.
Doors are good.
All right, here's a really great question. Oh, by the way, mine, I'm going to be honest with you, I say this to my son all the time, and this is why I think as a younger person, you really need to have your shit together. I love being this age. I mean, don't get me wrong, being younger is nice, but in just terms of what we're doing now, people you meet, what's going on in life.
Well, listen, there's a reason they say, youth is wasted on the young,
yes.
Right? Like, if you're like, I never got that statement when I was younger, but as I get older, I realize that, man, if I would have known now and had the youthful exuberance of being a child now, I would get so much fucking done. I would get so much freaking done, man. I'd be so rich. I'd be freaking, you know what I mean? There's so much I would have did if I had the knowledge I got now. And,
I'm trying to tell my son, and he's on here. Look. I actually think he's starting his first job coming up, and
congratulations, kid.
And I am hell bent on the fact that when he works, I want him to take 10% of every check and put it away. And we're talking about it, and I said, buddy, if you could be retired at 40, 45 with money in the bank and a home, you will never regret
if he saves a couple grand, he can invest it and make it work for himself.
Oh, you'll never regret
you know what I mean?
it.
Like if I would have done investments when I was a kid, again, I grew up in a blue collar, household that was on a farm in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and so we didn't have that, like, nobody knew about investments and stocks and you know what I mean? Like if I would have known what I know now, I'd be rich right now. I'd be so fucking loaded. So fucking loaded. Anyway, next question. Let's go to the next one.
All right. So let's see. Oh, I just had it pulled up. And as I see the internet.
Oh my God, Robin Hood was a thing in 1999 with Kevin Costner. Good movie.
Robin Hood?
Yeah, remember that with Kevin Costner? It was a good movie.
What about what's the spoof version of it with
Men in Tights?
Yes.
Yeah, Mel Brooks.
Montoya.
Mel Brooks, yeah. Men in Tights. That was a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
If my father
the blind guy chopping up the wood.
Yes.
He thinks he's fighting somebody.
If you were my father prepared to die, that one?
Yeah. That was no.
That's what I'm talking about. Not Men in Tights.
That was Princess Bride.
Yes. That was
Princess Bride. That was a great movie too. Princess Bride was a great movie.
All right. This is a great question. Danielle from Tallahassee, Florida. If you woke up tomorrow as the opposite sex, what's the first thing you would do?
Wait, what?
If you woke up tomorrow as the opposite sex, what's the first thing you would do?
Man, I can't answer that. My mom's watching.
Oh, I'll answer.
I mean, if I woke up with the opposite sex,
I'd take that body for a test drive.
Oh,
baby.
I would see what it's like to feel like a woman.
I'd go to the bar, get a bunch of free drinks.
You know what I mean?
I'd eat some free drinks.
Yeah. I'd probably be the biggest hoe out there. Actually, I'd be the biggest lesbian. I don't know if I could actually go the other way. If you can, I'd probably be the biggest lesbian whore you've ever seen.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
just walking around like, hey, you want a scissor?
I'd be like, hey, I'm going to the women's locker room. Oh, what a horrible question. Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
All right. Yeah. I'm sure my son has my wife on. Sorry about that as well. But I would definitely post my boobs. All right. So
never leave the house.
Ooh, we got one from Tokyo, Japan.
Oh, Tokyo.
Kenji. Shout out Tokyo.
Oh, shout out to Tokyo. I always want to go to Japan. I would love to go to Japan.
I'd love it too.
Yeah, I would love to go to Japan.
I heard there's no cleaner, nicer city to go to or people.
Yeah, people are nice. I heard really great things about everyone in Japan.
All right. Are body weight exercises as effective as lifting weights?
Yes.
I'd say yes as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, listen, the biggest goal when it comes to working out, like everybody's like, oh, I benched, 400 pounds. I squatted 800 pounds. Listen, fitness, the word fitness itself is the mean to move your body in any direction you want without exertion of energy.
Yeah.
Right? You should be able to do a sit-up. You should be able to run up the steps. You should be able to do a pull-up and a push-up or, squat your body as much as you want without being like, oh, my God, that was hard. Right? So everything good starts with moving your own body weight. Bottom line.
Yeah, you could take when you're younger. It's all first of all, nobody cares how much you bench aside the other guys in the gym, so it's not impressing anybody else. But if you can take a lightweight, and we were just talking about this the other day because you were telling me you were doing sets of 25.
Yeah, no, reps of 25. I'm doing 4 sets of reps of 25.
Yeah, reps of 20. You could take a lightweight and just move it slow and controlled and think about the movement you're doing. It's probably more effective than just going in there sometimes and hammering out heavy weights. So, and if you're doing heavy, switch it up light. If you're doing light, switch it up heavy. Let's see. All right. All right. I was like,
am I married? No, I'm not married.
No.
You need a funny little Southern lady in your life. I do like Southern hospitality. I did date a girl from Georgia once. Mm-hmm. Oh, she had the best accent. She was like, Christopher, why you got to go home?
Christopher.
Not in that voice, by the way. She didn't have my voice. But she would say that. She'd go, Christopher, why you got to go home? I'm like, oh, just say my name. Just
talk about that good old bread.
No, Southern hospitality is a real thing, man.
My family's from Atlanta, Georgia, so.
Oh, Atlanta?
If I go down
I like Savannah, Georgia. Savannah, Georgia's nice.
I don't go down there because I'll be honest with you, they're a bunch of assholes. But outside.
For your family?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My Georgia family is not.
Rich is on there. What's up, Rich?
But
yo, remind me.
Doc Rich?
Yeah, it's Dr. Rich.
What's up, Rich? Doc Rich?
I'll see you tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, bro. Make sure you get some sleep. Got legs tomorrow.
I have legs tomorrow, too. It's the worst.
Yeah, we got legs tomorrow, bro. Legs and abs.
Legs and abs.
Yeah. Well, he plays golf. Rich plays golf. So my goal is to put a 300-yard swing on him. By golf season. Yeah.
Do you ever go out? Do you ever play golf?
I have. Yeah, I have played golf. I'm actually pretty good at it. I haven't played in a while though. I would like to get back into it because a lot of good business deals happen playing golf.
A lot of good business deals.
A lot of good business deals. It's something good to
know. Tyler from San Diego, California. In your experience,
Rich goes, I'm still recovering. You'll be all right, bro. I believe in you.
In your experience, what's the biggest mistake people make when trying to build muscle or lose fat? What's a mistake people make?
Not eating enough, and not pushing themselves hard enough. Like the biggest mistake women make is they think they're going to get big and bulky. It's not going to happen. I mean, look at me. I've been working out for 30 years, and I'm not big and bulky. Yeah, I mean, you're not. There's women that you see that are huge, that are really big and bulky. They take stuff, a lot of stuff. But the biggest mistake people make is they don't eat. They don't get they go on a calorie deficit, and then they work out, and then they wonder why they're not seeing any changes because their body's storing fat. So like unless you're training for a bodybuilding show, it's really not a good thing to do. Eat. You are what you eat. Just eat, man. Just eat and work out. But make sure when you work out, you're pushing yourself. You don't want to be what I call a motion man. You don't want to go in there and just kind of like, I did 3 sets of 15. You want to push your muscles to fatigue. Like that's the biggest thing. So like Muhammad Ali and Bruce Lee never counted their reps. They never counted their reps until their muscles were completely fatigued because they knew at that moment their muscles were fatigued. That's when the muscles started growing. That's when the adaptation had to happen, right? That's where your body goes, oh my God, what the fuck is Chris doing? I have to adapt or I'm going to die. That's what you want your body to do. You know, so if you're not pushing yourself, I tell people all the time, reps are like going up the steps of the Empire State Building. If you get to the top of the steps, you know, you run up all those floors, you get to the top of the steps, and you don't walk out and see the view, then there was no point in doing the steps, right? So there's no point in doing the reps unless you're pushing that muscle to failure. None. That failure is your view. You have to learn to love it. You have to live there. You know?
The easiest diet hack I've ever told people, and anybody asks me about, it doesn't matter what diet you go on. If you're struggling to count calories, here's what you do: make sure you get 1 gram of protein per body weight. If you just eat every meal and eat your protein first, and make sure you don't miss your protein mark, your eating habits and diet will be so much easier by just focusing on that. So you almost don't even have to count calories because protein's so satiating. But to me, just don't miss your protein intake. All right, so we're getting close to the end as we do this always.
Somebody wrote golf is boring.
Golf is fun.
Golf can be fun. I'll tell you what's boring is sitting at home shopping for bathing suits all day.
People think golf is boring until you realize that golf is 4 hours outside in a cart with music, drinking alcohol with people who bring it to you with your friends.
Golf courses are fun. You got to play with the right people.
It's frustrating, but if you play with the right people, it's hanging out with your friends.
You know what it is? Listen, people that don't enjoy golf never hit a golf ball hard. Like they never see the golf ball go. Because once you actually make, like, I think golf was, I used to think golf was boring too. I'm not gonna lie, I used to think it was boring.
So you play,
but the moment you hear that ball crack, and you see it take off, and it gets closer to the hole, it's a good feeling.
Anyone who plays golf, including Dr. Rich, will tell you can suck at golf, but if you hit one good shot, you want to come back.
You want to come back and play.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
it's kind of like shooting a gun, like doing target shooting. Like everybody's like, I don't want to shoot a gun. I don't want to shoot a gun. But the moment they hit that target. And you're like, oh, okay.
You're like, I understand.
I see. I get it.
All right. So bringing the episode to a close, we got 2 last questions. So we had so many, so we thank you guys.
Thank you guys for all writing in, man. We appreciate you. Again, without you, there wouldn't be a show. And we wouldn't make the show about all of us. We wouldn't make it a community. So we really appreciate you guys writing in and watching and watching Advice Unfiltered.
Yeah, and I'm glad you guys asked questions about all different kinds of stuff. So it makes it, and a lot of it's heartfelt. So, but Tammy from Cleveland, Ohio, how do you meet new people and make friends as an adult? So you've actually moved quite a bit.
Yeah.
So any tips for just when you land somewhere new, or just when you're in friend groups?
Yeah, I don't know. So for me, it's easy. I put myself in situations where there's a lot of people. And I'm not afraid to talk to people.
You're very friendly. In a good way. Like you're not afraid. Like you're not afraid to say hi and talk to people.
No, I talk to anybody.
Well, look, that's how we became friends, right?
Yeah. No, I say hi to everybody. Everybody at the gym that I work at knows who I am. Everybody, I said hi. They either know because of my voice echoing throughout the gym, or I've said hi to them. The biggest way to meet somebody is find your interests. Find something you're interested in, and there's plenty of sites. If you're into ballroom dancing, if you're into shopping clubs or coupon clubs, or I'm talking from there's a girl that asked a question, right?
Yeah.
Knitting clubs. There's things. There's so much stuff on social. It's so much easier now to connect with people. I think the biggest thing is actually getting out of your house, right? Is putting yourself in a situation where you're gonna meet people. I know there's a painting wine thing. They got that where you go paint and wine. I think it's called Twisted.
Drink some wine.
Go paint, drink some wine. Which is fun. There's plenty of things to do as an adult. Glass blowing. I know there's a big glass blowing group in my hometown that they get together every Wednesday or whatever. And they go make glass things and have some drinks and appetizers, tapas, whatever. So it really depends on what your interest is. Just whatever your interest is, go find that group and go hang out with them. Or go to the gym and say hi to everybody, like I do.
The gym's a great place. Become a regular somewhere. To your point, I think hi just goes a long way.
Yeah. Hi goes a long way. Smile.
I cannot tell you how many people that I've seen at the gym who've never communicated.
I'm into Asian guys. Where do I go for that? Somewhere in Asia.
Somewhere in Asia.
Yeah, somewhere in Asia. Yeah. Oh, Ming's right here. I'm sorry, Ming's right here. Ming's here. He's right here in New Jersey.
To the podcast.
Comes out of Ming.
Yeah, the owner of our spot here at the Shared Universe. So
yeah, and Ming's actually a star. Ming, you should come over and say hi.
Ming's a star.
Yeah, Ming's actually a star. He got his own funku. Yeah, Ming's famous.
This is Ming.
This is Ming, everybody.
It's our boy right here.
For Asian men?
Right here.
Oh, hey.
There you go.
Full-blooded.
We got you covered.
There you
got
go.
you covered. Full-blooded Asian right here.
You asked for it. We deliver.
You like
By the-
podcasts, you like comics? Yeah.
By the
Yeah.
way,
Yeah, I
way
mean-
more famous than either one of us.
Yeah, he's more famous. He's
Way
got his own
more
Funko action
famous.
figure.
Not for long. Not for long.
Yeah.
Just got my
Whatever.
number. I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
There you go. See, we cover everybody. We're
Everybody.
Here, we're here to please you.
Everybody.
That's what we're here to do.
Kelly, thank you for the love right there. God bless you guys. You're great. That's great. Oh, someone wrote Hi Ming already. You're getting love
Yeah,
out
so I
there.
just wrote Ming Dynasty on mine.
All right.
Yeah, it's on.
All right, bringing it home. Well, this will be the last question tonight, and then we'll give you guys our thoughts as we say goodbye. Nancy from Madison, Wisconsin. What is the one bucket list item you think about right now that you would like to get to next?
Ooh,
I have to think about that one.
bucket item I would want to get to next.
What's your next go-to bucket list item?
Like something I want?
I don't know. No, like somewhere to go, something to do, I guess. Like, I mean,
Oh, that's a good question. Man, I think,
I had to think about this.
yeah, I have to think about that. My bucket list, I don't know. If we could maybe travel the world, get a car, like a really nice car, like a Lamborghini. I really want a Lamborghini. I want one so bad.
You do, huh?
I do.
Never
I
drive
do. No, I never.
Oh,
drove.
the best-
I'm actually driving one in April.
All you have to do is at the Giant Stadium, because
Yeah.
I took my son and wife to do it.
Huh.
You it's so cheap. It was like $100, but they have about 5 or 6 supercars you pick, and you get to do laps.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm doing. in
Oh,
April.
yeah,
yeah, I'm doing it in April.
it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm doing it in April. Yeah. So no,
I paid for my whole family to go. I didn't drive a car.
really, yeah, no, I'm going to drive a Lamborghini, a couple laps around. No, I mean, I don't know. Because I guess travel the world. Really, I really like to see everything. I would like, you know, what I really like. I would like to make this podcast so freaking big that people pay us to come to their country and do a podcast live and have an audience right there.
You
know,
mean
I mean, that'd be
like-
amazing.
You mean like Comic-Con pays Ming to go?
Yeah, like Comic-Con pays Ming to hang out.
That's how we
what
knew
I'm
he's
saying.
famous.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Yeah.
agree. Like, I agree with you. I think from a bucket list perspective, all I ever want to do is make sure that, like, if this would be great to be so successful at this, that at the end of the day, myself, Chris, build a huge community, and then ultimately we don't have to work for other people anymore.
No, be your own boss.
Support your own family. And then the
Yeah.
best part of it was, and we talk about it all the time, just taking this on the road to meet people and engage with people and bring and build those bigger communities would be great. I know right now, like some of my favorite comedians.
Somebody wrote, Ming, what's your number, bro?
See, we got you, Ming.
Yeah, Paula Truman. So, yeah, Paula Truman, what's your number, bro?
See, we got a new regular guest on the
Chris,
podcast.
do you believe in soulmates? That's a good question. Yes. Kind of. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I believe you can have a really deep connection with somebody, right? Now, like, you know, there's people that I've met in my life that I know I've known before. You know, so yeah, I'm not going to say it's not a possibility. Yes, you can have a soulmate. Absolutely. You know,
The universe is an interesting
yeah,
thing.
it's an interesting thing.
I mean, look, you said it when you were on your path. You know, there's
People put in your life for a reason.
people put in your life for a reason. You know, I have 11/11 tattooed on my wrist. I got it on 11/11/11. But here's the funniest thing.
That's pretty funny.
I caught it for a long time. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was weird. And then a girl comes up to me, and you know how when you get a tattoo, you get the little, you know, the thing over it and it covers it. And I went out for a birthday, got a drink. Girl comes over. She goes, "Oh, what's your tattoo?" I was explaining it to her on how I looked it up. And actually, if anyone doesn't know it, 11/11 really means something spiritual, that there's 1,100 angels that just guide you in the right direction. But the funny thing is, I always, when I see it, I wish for the same thing. I was like, I just want someone to move me in the right direction. Girl comes over, asks me about the tattoo. I get the check. Check comes over. The check timestamp is 11/11, and the check amount was 11/11.
That's pretty amazing.
So the universe works in amazing ways. So
Real quick, I want to I think somebody on Instagram messaged me about being on their podcast. I don't know where that message went. I get hundreds
It
of messages
moves.
a day. Yeah, I get 100 messages a day. If you want to message me again and let me know who you are, and I'll check out your podcast. We'll see about being on it. All right.
All right, closing remarks there, sir. I'll start because you always close the episode. But
All right.
from the bottom of my heart, as always, I appreciate you guys. You know, I go through these questions, and I can see the trust building in the community of really asking thoughtful questions and really inviting us into your personal lives and letting us be a part of how we answer those things. It's so meaningful to myself and Chris to be here every week and build this community and see it grow and grow and grow. But I really do mean it from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate you guys joining on all of these platforms and things. And ultimately, our goal is really just to help as much as we can and have some fun while we do it. So hopefully you share these episodes. Please share these episodes. Get them out to friends and family. And hopefully you guys had about an hour of laughing with us. So
Yeah. Real quick, happy birthday to Christy. She keeps asking me the whole show's been on, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Christy.
Happy birthday, Christy. I hope you have a great birthday. All right?
Have a great birthday.
So thank you everybody for watching. We do appreciate all of you, and we appreciate all love and support. I also want to give a shout out to Linnell, who left me a message on Instagram, the comedian. I want to say thank you for following me. I appreciate that. It's pretty amazing to have a star celebrity for a character.
By the way, Linnell, open invitation to Zoom in with us so you could help.
Yeah, Linnell, if you want to come on the podcast, I'm more than happy to have you come on the podcast.
It'd be great to have a comedian on here help us.
Yeah, and Debbie from Home Improvement, if you want to come on too, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so listen, thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your love and support. We all appreciate it. And as always, man, we believe in you. We believe in the best in you. And if you want a better world, then be a better person. I'm your host, Christopher David. That's Tony Rodriguez. And this is Advice Unfiltered.